Yeah, definitely. All right, so John's playing blue-white Delver. What's Kristopher playing?
Kristopher's actually playing our deck from the Pro Tour, the Soul Control.
Oh, awesome! Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So
Myself, Oren, and Pat Cox worked on the deck. We took Shaheen Shahani's original list.
Yeah.
And we changed it. So yeah, that's pretty much the exact deck that we played, right?
Yeah, it looks like he cut a.
Cut a tragic slip.
Cut a tragic slip for an Oblivion Ring.
Yes, and that's pretty much it from the main deck.
So he's got a bunch of Planeswalkers and a bunch of Day of Judgments.
And did he change the sideboard at all? Not really.
Not much, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Soul Control, maybe we'll see. John Mull's the 6, and we'll see. Are these guys 5-1? Yeah, these guys should be 5-1. So I think Kristopher is heavily favored in this matchup.
I think it's close.
Really? How come? I mean, we pretty much built the deck to beat Delver, right?
Well, I think we were mainly concerned about humans. I think we were mostly like I haven't tested it all against the Finkel version of
Delver.
With the captains and stuff in it. But we were flipping coins a lot against the old Delver decks.
Okay, all right. Well, the list that Kristopher's playing is very close to what Oren played at the Pro Tour. I played a couple of cards different. I decided Snapcaster Mage was not that good, and I ended up playing Ratchet Bombs in the main deck.
Yeah.
So I like the Ratchet Bombs a lot, but if I do go to, I'm pretty sure I'm going to Baltimore next weekend, and I'm going to play some version of Esper here. So it should be good. Oh, wow. John Mulls to 5. Mulliganing to 5 is not really what. Good. Yeah, it's not really what John wants to be doing, especially against a deck like Soul Control, where a card like Lingering Souls is pretty much 2 cards.
Yeah.
That John has to fight through. So it's kind of like when you play Legacy and your opponent mulligans and you have to target them. It's like, how could you lose?
This is going to be pretty difficult for John to come back from, particularly because since he's down so many cards, Chris is just going to be able to start running out threats as soon as he is able to, if he has any kind of hand.
Yeah, and if he drops an early Liliana of the Veil, that could just be game over, like right there.
Yeah.
So, what's your prediction? Kristopher wins in 2, or what?
I'd say Kristopher probably wins in 3, I think.
All right, so Kristopher leads off with a Isolated Chapel. And John goes with a probe. So let's see what kind of hand Kristopher kept.
Okay, so...
I mean, it's a weak hand against some decks, but against a creature-based deck, it's pretty good.
I would have a hard time mulliganing this hand, so...
Yeah. Against, say, Blue-Black Control, that's Soul Control's worst matchup.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so... I was really... a lot of people didn't have Lingering Souls in most of their control decks, so I was, like, pretty pumped when we had it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Lingering Souls was one of probably the best card in our deck at the Pro Tour, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And
it looks like Kristopher
draws a Sorin. Yep.
That's going to be pretty good, I think.
All right, so John taps 2. And there's a Snapcaster, so he's going to want a Snapcaster and just cycle that probe. So he'll see that Kristopher drew a Sorin.
Yeah, it looks like Chris isn't going to have any mana problems this game, so that's good.
Yeah. And John draws another island.
Looks like he's got a Delver.
An island.
Maybe a Vapor.
Double Mana Leak, it looks like, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right, so there's a 3rd land by Kristopher, and it looks like Kristopher drew a Mana Leak off the top, so that's going to be pretty good for Kristopher, because John's not going to put him on a Mana Leak. So John might walk one of his spells right into that Mana Leak. So John swings in, knocks Kristopher to 18. Somebody gave you a compliment on your hair, and they called you Reed Duke.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a compliment when somebody calls you, mistakes you for Reed Duke.
No, I mean, Reed's a good-looking guy, so.
Yeah. All right. So there's a 4th. Do you think Kristopher's going to go for... she goes for the Sorin. Would you have went for the Sorin there? Would you just run it out?
I don't think so. I think Chris might have wanted to play a little slower this game and maybe try to play around Mana Leak to minimize the effectiveness, but...
Maybe wait until you have 7 mana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because John isn't really putting a whole lot of pressure on Chris right now, but...
Yeah. Oh, wow. Looks like you drew a Liliana off the top.
Well, that's going to be pretty good.
All right, so he plays into Mana Leak again.
And he doesn't. Does he? Oh, he doesn't have a Mana Leak?
Yeah. All right, and there's a Doomblade on the snap. Yeah, I don't.
yeah,
I think Chris played a little too sloppy, a little too fast there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we definitely could have waited John out a little bit on this one.
Yeah, it seemed like he just walked into all of John's tricks, and I mean John double mulligan.
Yeah.
And now John's gonna be able to pump out spirit tokens.
Yeah, he really gained a lot of value from that. So.
Yeah. And then if you notice, Chris drew a Snapcaster and then kind of fingered his graveyard.
Yeah.
Which is something you don't really want to do because it kind of gives away that your opponent has a Snapcaster or you have a Snapcaster.
Yeah, it's a telltale sign.
Yep. So John attacks for 1 with the Spirit. And Kristopher sacks the Evolving Wilds. Probably will go fetch up another island. The mana was pretty good for us at the Pro Tour. With the Evolving Wilds and a bunch of dual lands. So
one change Chris also made, he cut a Dark Slick Shores for a Drowned Catacombs.
Okay. Yeah, my mana base was a little different from yours as well. I also think 26 lands might have been too many.
Too many? Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. Oh, all right. There's a little,
spillage.
Yeah. Did you like only 2 Forbidden Alchemies? I played 3.
Forbidden Alchemy was really good, especially with the Lingering Souls in there. So.
Yeah. All right. So Kristopher hits his 7th land drop. Just passes the turn. So I mean, John's in pretty good shape here.
Yeah.
I think he's sitting on a Dissipate and a Snapcaster. I mean, he bounced a Snapcaster previously, but...
Does John have any swords? No?
John does not play any swords in his deck.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sword was actually, giving us a pretty hard time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so John just plays a Seachrome Coast. And yeah, Kristopher has Mana Leak, Snapcaster, and Day. I think this game could have just been different though if Kristopher didn't run his Liliana and his Sorin right into the Mana Leaks.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you want to play around Mana Leak, sometimes you don't, but...
Yeah, his hand was really too threat light to just start running stuff out there, I think.
Yeah, especially when he had no pressure. Like, sometimes you're forced to play out your best card because you're losing anyway. But if your opponent's not doing anything, you sit back, build up a mana, and play the long game because the control decks are usually better in the long game.
Yeah.
All right, so John's thinking what he wants to do with this Ponder. What do you think John's trying to search for here?
It's hard to say. He probably wants...
well, I mean, whatever it was, he kept it. So
like a Midnight Haunting would be pretty good right now.
So I think John's hand is Mana Leak, Dissipate, Snapcaster. A very, very strong hand.
So Chris got to think twice. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And he'll probably just pass the turn.
Yeah. So the effectiveness of Mana Leak right now against John is almost nothing.
Yeah, Mana Leak will still be good against Kristopher because Kristopher has, many expensive cards in his deck.
Right.
But yeah, as far as Kristopher's Mana Leak, it's not looking too good. So he's going to flashback that thing twice.
And drew a Doomblade, I think?
Drew a Doomblade. Not the worst. He just immediately Doomblades a token? What do you think about that?
Hey, he could do worse, I guess.
I mean, it's only dealing 1 damage a turn.
Hey, he's still at 12.
I feel like maybe you want to save that for something better.
Yeah.
Like a captain.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
All right, there's another thing twice.
Oh, Chris is drawing gas, so.
Yeah, he's doing. And he hit an Alchemy as well.
Alchemy.
Yeah. I wonder if John's gonna try to dissipate that Alchemy if it goes down.
I suspect he would want to. If we get to Alchemy and hit a Lingering Souls off that, that's going to be really big.
Sure. So, John's debating what he wants to do. And he just passes the turn. And Kristopher goes with a Think Twice first. Draws an Oblivion Ring. Decides not to cast Alchemy. I'm surprised because you want to Alchemy and hit Lingering Souls in your graveyard.
Yeah.
So it's more than just drawing 1 card. It's sometimes drawing like 2 or 3 cards.
Yeah, I think I probably would have Alchemy first there. He shouldn't be afraid of tapping out on his end step for anything.
All right, so he decides to Alchemy now.
which resolves.
John must resolve. So there's a Day of Judgment.
Which we're taking Day and 3 lands.
All right, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, get rid of some of the lands.
All right, well, I think Chris might be back in this game, so.
Yeah, good.
Oh, we got Liliana.
Yeah. Yeah, the game was like kind of swinging back and forth. It looked like John had no shot, double mulliganing, and then it looked like Chris was going to lose.
Yeah.
So.
John's got a pretty full grip over there, so we'll see. Can't really see a lot of his cards. He got Vapor Snag.
Is John going to dissipate this Liliana?
He might have to.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely should. All right, I think Liliana's still in the stack.
Yeah, John's in the tank.
Yep. All right. So he decides to dissipate the Liliana, and Kristopher's gonna bin his Liliana, remove from the game, and he'll pass the turn. So John only plays 1 dissipate, so I guess it was kind of fortunate that he had it there.
Yeah.
Because Kristopher was able to pay for mana leak. Actually, pay for like 2 more mana leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't see exactly, but John has many lands in play. 2 of them being Moorland Haunts.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he has no guys in the graveyard.
Yeah, he's kind of blanking on guys here, so.
Yeah. So he's tapping 3.
Looks like a
captain.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a captain. All right. So I think letting that captain resolve is just fine. A Snapcaster? Why did he play a Snapcaster?
Not entirely sure.
I mean, he has double Day in his hand.
Yeah. What are we snapping?
He wants to Doomblade it.
Doomblade.
All right, and is that? There's an unsummon from John, and yeah, that's gonna resolve.
All right. Well,
I feel like I would rather save my Snapcaster for something maybe better or later on in the game.
yeah.
But regardless, Snapcaster is going to beat him for 2. And Kristopher will play Evolving Wilds, and he'll pass the turn. Yeah, see, I'm not a big fan of Snapcaster just because I feel like it doesn't do that much in like a control deck.
Yeah.
So if I play Esper next week, I would play with 0 Snapcasters.
That's interesting. See, I like Snapcaster a lot more with Tragic Slip in the deck now.
I wasn't that big of a fan of Tragic Slip either.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like I would just rather have the max amount of Doomblades, especially with like all like the red green and like ramp going around and stuff.
I can see that more now since I think there's been a big downturn in humans.
Yeah, humans just isn't what it used to be. So, all right. So there's a main phase Snapcaster.
Looks like we're pondering.
Yep. So he's got
looking for something. 2 lands is probably not going to be it.
I think it's 2 lands and a Snapcaster.
No, we're keeping it.
All right.
Oh, we got another ponder in the yard. So.
Wow. No, I don't know what it was, but he kept a land. Why would he want another land?
Maybe he put Snapcaster 2 down.
But like, still, if it's like at this point, like late in the game, if it's like land spell, the spell has to be like really good.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not exactly sure.
Yeah. All right. So Kristopher's gonna flashback alchemy. And this is where the alchemy could get really good because he hasn't hit any lingering souls yet.
I feel like we're gonna hit a lingering souls here.
Yeah, at least 1. And this is another reason why I want unburialized and creatures over planeswalkers.
Yeah.
All right, so John decides to mana leak the flashback of an alchemy.
That's probably good.
Yeah, definitely a good use of mana leak, especially when your opponent has 9 lands.
Right.
Actually, 10.
7,
Yeah, another land. And Kristopher just has a bunch of lands, so now the game's kind of swinging back in John's favor. I'm actually surprised Kristopher offered up the trade there. Put another creature in his yard for Moorland Haunt.
Yeah, I wouldn't have attacked there.
Yeah, it might have been better to like leave it back, and then if he attacks this turn, then block.
Yeah.
So it's like a 1-turn delay, kind of.
You just get an extra turn out of it.
Yeah. All right, so it was a Snapcaster that he kept. John attacks for 1. Might just pass here. He knows his opponent has double day of judgment.
Yeah. Well, I think we're on Chris's turn now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
So we got an Oblivion Ring.
Just taking out the Spirit token?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the best.
Yeah. I don't know, it's possible that Chris thinks that John might have black and Lingering Souls in his deck, and he's just sandbagging these Day of Judgments in case.
Yeah,
but
maybe. All right, so he plays a Snapcaster just for a ponder,
Yep.
trying to dig deeper.
Let's see if we can get a good one this time.
Looks like land.
Yeah, a Delver, I think.
Phantasmal Image, I think it might have been.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna shuffle the.
Yeah, regardless, he shuffles away. So it's kind of interesting how like a lot of people say that Delver is a quick deck, and but in reality, most of the games you watch is just long and grindy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Black Spellbomb's so good against Delver.
Definitely, yeah.
It stops Snapcaster, it stops Moorland Haunt.
Yeah, now it stops Lingering Souls if they have it,
Yeah,
which is huge.
yeah, definitely. So John draws for his turn, plays another land, and just passes.
Yeah, it looks like John's drawn too many lands this game.
Yeah, but I mean, Kristopher's not doing anything yet. Maybe he has something here. All right, he has a Sorin.
Okay.
Let's see if this Sorin resolves or not.
So that's going to be really good if John can't find some pressure quickly.
Yeah, Sorin spits out 1/1 vampires with lifelink.
Yep.
So it's definitely could swing a game in your favor. Somebody wants a deck list of Kristopher. If he actually, we can actually read it off during sideboard.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So there's a Snapcaster and there's a Vapor Snag on the token.
All right, so looks like Sorin.
Is gonna hit the bin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I like Sorin less and less. I like that at the Pro Tour, but I think now just playing Elish Norn and Sun Titans and Grave Titan. All right.
Sorin was a much better call against like kind of like an undefined field at the point.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good against humans.
Yeah.
You know. I guess it gets a little better if people stop playing Geist, which they kind of did. All right, so there's a Day of Judgment.
We're gonna get some more value out of Vapor Snag, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe John's hand is Vapor Snag and a Captain. Surprisingly,
He's got 2 haunts.
Yeah, he does.
Does John know about the second day?
I'm trying to think back.
Oh, looks like he's gonna snag anyway.
Yeah, he snags one of his Snapcasters. So Day just takes out one of the Snapcasters, which will turn into a 1/1 Spirit at the end of the turn. All right, so there's that Spirit. Man, these games are like long and grindy. Let's see what John draws. Looks like maybe is that another? It might be another Captain.
Yeah, it looks like he's got double Captain in hand.
Yeah. So Kristopher, like, what's Kristopher looking for right now? Maybe a Gideon or Elspeth?
Yeah, any Planeswalker would be great at this point.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's not playing a Grave Titan.
Yeah.
I ended up playing one Grave Titan at the Pro Tour, and it was really good.
Yeah.
We just kind of finished games. So even a Lingering Souls would be pretty good here for Kristopher.
Yeah. I'm surprised that John didn't play a Captain like Midnight Haunting.
Midnight Haunting.
Okay, so now he's gonna follow up with a Captain on his turn, presumably.
Yeah, as long as they're okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they're captains in his hand. Sometimes it's tough to tell, but we'll find out in a
He
second.
just has one right now, and he has another Vapor Snag, I think. So I think we're gonna see the Captain here.
Somebody tweeted in that he put his Vapor Snag in the exile pile behind the Snapcaster Mage. I'm not too sure. Alright, so there's one of the captains. And he'll swing in for 4 points of damage.
Yeah, that's
I think Kristopher's just going to cast a day here, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Chris is going to need something pretty soon, like a Lingering Souls at any point is going to be huge.
Yeah, Lingering Souls is his best card right now for him to draw. There's a day. Yeah, it's just like Kristopher's just flooding out and flooding out. That's why you really need multiple. Like you need more than 2 Forbidden Alchemies.
Yeah.
So the deck does not flood out as bad. And that Mana Leak is just like dead in his hand.
Yeah. Okay, so
he'll make another Spirit.
John didn't Vapor Snag the Captain. Oh no, he did.
No, he. Yeah, I don't know why he's putting the cat. Like, I think he's putting all his cards. Okay, because he removed it, but I think he did put the Vapor Snag in that pile because that's clearly his remove from the game pile because he put the Captain and then removed from the game pile.
Yeah.
Because he put it in the graveyard and then he removed it from the with the Moorland Haunt.
Right.
But it might not be too much of a relevance. So.
Oh, we drew an Alchemy.
Okay, there's an Alchemy. So he needs the Alchemy and he needs to hit multiple Lingering Souls, which I feel like he might.
Which is very possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has an Oblivion in hand too.
Mana Leak, something.
Wow,
no Lingering Souls. I feel like he went through like 60% of his deck at least.
Yeah, this is a. Looks like he's taking Elspeth. We got to think twice, so.
Okay.
Not all is lost.
Yeah, Elspeth seems like kind of reasonable there. Do you think he's gonna go O-ring on the Captain?
Yeah, it looks like what's happening.
All right, so he's gonna try to O-ring the Captain. Is he gonna use a Vapor Snag? Probably, right?
Yeah, it looks like that's what's coming.
Yeah, I believe so. All right, so there's that Vapor Snag.
Yeah, so Chris is at 4. We're getting kind of dangerous right now.
Yeah, he needs to play Elspeth, and
I think he has to plus Elspeth.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh yeah, I know he wants to play around Mana Leak right now, but I don't think he can.
Yeah, he definitely can't. All right, there's Elspeth. Does John have a Snapcaster in his hand? Because if he does, that's game.
I can't see.
I think he does. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was the same Snapcaster, I believe. Yeah, I think they're maybe looking at his graveyard.
Yeah, I've been kind of confused as to what cards were in John's hand during this game. But
all right, so there's a Mana Leak on the Elspeth.
Yep.
And that's just game.
Yeah, he's gonna untap, play Captain, and
Okay, sure. Okay. All right, so John's gonna play the Captain and swinging for 4 points right here.
Yep.
Yep. So that was a long, drawn-out game. I don't know if these guys played differently, if the result would have changed. But regardless, what is Kristopher going to bring in?
So against Delver, he hasn't seen any black. So
I mean, does that change if he sees black or doesn't see black?